And big story right now. I know many of you are waking up like, wait a minute, why is the snow still here? Yes, we are still dealing with the snow, but Holly is actually tracking 70 and 80-degree temperatures for next Tuesday and Wednesday. So make sure you check out her forecast on WKYC.com. Our digital executive producer, Ryan, who is always on this, I know he'll be on it, and go ahead and put it in the comments section because we are live on both Facebook and YouTube. So if you are watching on Facebook, you can go to WKYC.com/weather, and I'm sure Ryan will put that in the comment section for you. But I do want to let you know that because of the weather, we are having some problems out there as well. We're getting to a number of stories that Columbus police reform, but I want to let you know about I-90 and the problems that we are seeing due to the weather conditions. So everyone, can you see my screen?
It's getting there.
There we go.
There you go.
So you see, here we have multiple crashes reported. And this morning, I think it's really slow, but I-90 is pretty much closed on both sides between not Lakewood, but Rocky River and Westlake. So let me kind of close this and see if it works better for you there. There you go. So 90 is closed between Rocky River and Westlake because we're seeing multiple reports of black ice and multiple crashes in that area. And Austin, you said you almost slid out as well.
Well, and now I know. I'm glad I'm still in downtown. I'm going to be taking 480 home. But honestly, it was pretty brutal driving in. I don't know. I know Maureen, you take that same way too. But for me, coming in around 5 a.m. this morning, I saw at minimum five crashes, or just like one person almost hit the barricade. Like the wall on Rocky River there, and then I was coming through Cleveland, and I hit a patch of black ice, and I mean it was no joke. So if it's actually good that they closed it because it was pretty rough this morning. And I wasn't really expecting it to be like that, obviously. So if you're in that area right now, just make sure, or driving in general throughout the area, just make sure you're taking it slow this morning.
Yeah, so here is a lot of traffic is pretty much stuck on 90 eastbound. So here's the camera 90 at Detroit Road, and you can check out the cameras for yourself on OGO, so ohgo.com, where you can see that. But you want to definitely avoid 90 this morning on the west side because a lot of black ice over there. Please be careful. 71 was shut down this morning. I will have more at 7:26 in our Today Show cut-ins.
Ooh,
so
Austin, maybe take the shoreway, buddy. I think you just take the shoreway and play it safe. Stay off those highways.
Well, I'm in Tremont right now.
You can find the shoreway from there.
Just go,
okay.
Lake Road. Lake Road.
Yeah, Lake Road. Yeah, because Lake Road will take you further out.
Okay, Google Maps.
And use the alternative routes there for you.
We'll draw you a map. We'll draw you a map on how to get to your place. You know what? Really quick. I was paying attention the whole time, but I think this is one of those moments too. If you're watching and you have somebody who takes 90, like I just text my husband, like, "Hey, heads up, don't take the highways this morning."
So as you can see, that red on the traffic map there, that is the stop and go traffic. So it looks like 20, and a lot of people are getting that idea of taking 6, and the Lake Road. So that has slow traffic as well in the Rocky River area because again, traffic is stuck on the highway, and now it's pretty much between Lakewood and Westlake. So avoid it. Austin, you talked about taking 480, and you're seeing it as well in Westlake too. I-90 eastbound. Yeah, 480 looks great. So that's a good option for you. Yeah,
that was perfect. That was a great suggestion by Austin. Nailed it.
Austin, you should be the traffic reporter from now on.
No. I just, it's in my nature. My grandpa was a navigator in World War II, so just got it in my blood. So it's all right. I'll be sure to tweet out how great 480 was.
I'm terrible with directions. Like if you're not mentioning like businesses in the area, I'm not getting there. Like if you're like take 80, hop off of 80, hop onto 76, I'm what are you talking about?
Or how about like go north? And I'm like,
Yeah.
Who am I, Lewis and Clark? No.
Well, we're here.
Oh, hey,
you guys are hilarious.
Did you hear me earlier, Jasmine? You got to get the Waze app.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know Waze is always good because it tells you where the cops are. So that's what I like.
So Charlene, she also says Route 5 in Portage County is bad.
Just stay home, guys. Just stay home.
She said cars are all over the road. Elena says, where's ODOT? Well, I did speak with Cleveland police. They said that's why they're shutting it down, because they need ODOT to come out there and salt the roadways. So it's really tough out there. Jim, he says that is the bridge over the over Rocky River. So really problem spot there. Yeah, so and I think Ken, who was that? Was that you, Jasmine, saying just stay home? He's taking your advice because he says all good here on my couch. So good for him. And he says, Deb says, Wooster, Ohio, just tuning in. How far does the black ice go? Will I have to worry about it traveling at 8:30? I would say you do just want to be careful. They do have ODOT out there. Deb, you can also check ogo.com where you can see they have traffic cameras throughout Northeast Ohio, actually throughout the state. So you can check in on what the roadway conditions look like near you. So a lot of time happening is 7:15 right now. So by 8:30, there could be a lot of changes. But let's get to, our big story this morning. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because Jasmine, a lot of talk right now in the nation, as well as around the state of Ohio, about that Columbus shooting where the 16-year-old Micaiah has lost her life. What's the newest with that?
So pretty much overnight, they released body camera video and they extended the wider view of the look of from the officer's pretty much body cam. So what we're talking about today is just different angles and seeing more of the scene. So typically, people have the Facebook Live video. What we're seeing now is straight up body cam. You can see the knife, you can see the gun, you can see how many times he shot her. It's all on the body camera video. So this morning we talked about, you can see the officer responding to the 911 call, and he got out of his car, and then seconds later he fatally shot the 16-year-old. Now authorities say Bryant was threatening two other girls with a knife. Now Officer Nicholas Reardon, he joined the force back in 2019 in December. He responded to the call, and the video shows Reardon approaching the group of young people in the driveway. And you can see in that video that the female with the knife attempting to stab the other female. And that's when Reardon fired those 4 fatal shots, striking Bryant. Officers are seen and heard performing CPR. And then in that body camera video, when you see them bending over trying to perform CPR, you see the knife. So pretty much everyone is just trying to figure out exactly why this happened. Did the officer respond too quick? Did he make the right choice? Did he make the right decision? There were people on social media who also said, I was reading some comments saying, why is it that in a mass shooting, the killer in the mass shooting gets walked out, and you go to a scene like this, you just shoot this 16-year-old girl. Some people are saying she's the one who called the police. We still don't know that just yet. Everything is still coming out, rolling out, but 2 sides to every story. Also in the video, you hear in the Facebook Live video, somebody screaming Blue Lives Matter. So it's just a lot going on. And honestly, it's so sad because we got the verdict from George Floyd and minutes later this happened. So, it was celebratory, and then it instantly went back into work. Everyone kept saying after the George Floyd verdict, it's not over yet. It's still happening. And then it actually did happen in Columbus, closer to home. So pretty much the mayor is asking for people's patience, and he's asking for, the police department to be transparent. And I did see the police chief in Columbus. He said it's sad. She's 16 years old, no matter what. However you look at it, she's just a child. I don't know if you guys looked at some of the videos with her. Mm-hmm. She did some TikTok videos, doing her hair. She loved doing TikTok videos with her hair. It's just, it's sad just to continue to see these things happening and just hoping that things change. And I think, Austin, yesterday you were talking about the bill being passed and, Governor DeWine mentioning that bill. So we'll see what happens, and we'll be following this story to the very end.
Yes, we will. And we have about 30 seconds to a minute left, Mo. Speaking of policing reform, what's the latest with that?
And it's moving fast. Governor DeWine is moving fast on this. This isn't something that they're going to talk about for months. He's saying this is happening in the next few days. So this is some changes to the way police departments operate. The big thing that he's proposing, I mean, if I only have a few seconds, is making policing licensed. So to become a police officer, you would have to get a license. And then when you have a license, even teachers have licenses, that there's a constant review. You have continuing education and you have continuing training. So that's at least one step towards, constantly reviewing, is this officer up on protocols with the latest protocols, and then any sort of bad practices will be under review constantly.
Well, we will keep you updated on WKYC.com as well as our social media pages. So please continue to let us know your thoughts on all of the stories covered and how your drive was if you had to leave the house this morning. Remember, I-90, big problems between Lakewood and Westlake. I would avoid it this morning. Well, thank you for joining us for On the Go. We'll see you tomorrow morning starting at 4:30 a.m. on 3 News. Have a great day, everybody.